Soundcheck, soundcheck, mic test. Guys, sorry. This is the retake of our first live streaming. It was so I'm not so comfortable with my status as of the on the earlier live streaming. So guys, welcome back. This is Wilkie, and you are tuned into Wilkie TV. Guys, we don't have a camera set up tonight, so uh, I'm very sorry. We are doing this live streaming in a semi podcast style. So um, yeah, it seems to be the long feud, guys, is over, and then we are talking on this live streaming, guys, the aftermath of the fight after Bjornsson versus Eddie Hall, and we are also talking about. We are going to discuss about what Eddie Hall should learn from Hafthor Bjornsson, or what Eddie Hall should have learned from that fight with Hafthor Bjornsson when if he is going to continue his boxing career um, in the future. So we are going to tackle, guys, some key points from that fight. We have few of the topics that we have to discuss, and also what have caused them about this fight, guys. So what are the purses? What are the what have they? I mean, to what are there? What's up, Pinoy? Isang tawa naman dyan at shoutout. What's up, Pinoy? Miguel Love, shoutout sa'yo. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa iyong suporta. Guys, we are doing this live streaming because I would like to apologize, you guys. We have two videos that was been taken down from the copyright owner, and especially our last live streaming of this fight. Although it was not so, it was not our video. I mean, it was not really from our devices that we captured that video, but unfortunately we have been copyright strike with the fight from Hafthor and Eddie. Magkano pusta mo diyan? Kay Thor ako diyan, kay Thor ako diyan pumusta eh. Wala akong pusta dito, Zen. Isang dosenang beer lang yung naubos ko sa laban nila. Para ma-monitor yung fight nila. Napakagandang perspective, napakagandang reach po ng ating live viewers, sapagkat we have a very nice fight that was been in a long feud, long years of feud and hype. But when it came to the fight, this broadcaster, the one who aired the fight, the website was not really so working very well. So yeah, but anyway, guys, before we proceed to this video, just want to thank you guys for supporting my channel. Our previous two videos was taken down due to a copyright claim, and fortunately we just got one copyright strike from those two videos that we took on the live stream from other YouTube channels, and also that YouTube channel who really covering the fight live. He was also taken down. It got 400,000 views during the live streaming. Live viewers is so insane. It's so amazing. A lot of people really watching this fight, but unfortunately, because of the website that was airing the fight is not so working very well. So we find solution to keep you guys updated, to let you guys saw the fight. But unfortunately, even though that was free, but still we got. We don't have permission to relive that or to show it on our channels, because it's clearly it's not our content. We just getting that video from their side. So yeah. Anyhow, if it's free or not, still copyright strike we have. But we'll just very very careful next time. But anyway, I'm not so disappointed. I'm just laugh about it. It's just, I mean I don't have any copyright strike before that, so I have one copyright strike right now, so it's fine. As long as it's not 2 or 3. So as long as you're happy, guys, to see to watch that fight with Hafthor Bjornsson and Eddie Hall last Saturday evening. So we still can't get over it. So that's why I made some live streaming tonight. Actually, I'm gonna make some video supposedly to this one, but I just decided to do it live, but without the camera. Sorry, guys. So what should Eddie Hall will be? What should Eddie Hall learn from that fight? How much did the fighter cost with their bets from each other and from other guys also? So guys, before we proceed, we will going to tackle about what should Eddie Hall should have learned from that fight. So we are going to discuss about those things. First, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have 2 million viewers in the house. Thank you so much. But first, the mind game. The mind game of Eddie Hall. He should have to learn it. We understand that Eddie was trying to get into Thor's mind since the build up of the fight by trashing talk out everything since the build up of this fight, the feud. But Eddie went too far from it by throwing those spits out, which is absolutely out of the line. Hyping the fight and getting into Thor's mind. It's a good thing, but it came to a point that until when the bell starts to ring, he still can't get over it. He starts something like dancing and behaving like he is the heaviest, he is the strongest among them, and he feels like he is the he is Nazim, the most the good guy. I mean, the best guy who is really good in flexibility when he fought Mayweather. But to tell you guys, they done it a really long time ago, since their fight training or something. But Eddie Hall, it is so. I mean, it's not a good time when the bell rang. Is still doing that, and I think he will be out of focus, and also on desolating Thor. While Thor, on the other hand, was so completely focused, looking like the talk shit is done, the talking is done. It's time to focus, and it's time to just think about his gloves, his wrist, and Eddie's face or something. While Eddie, he could not control his mind. He still wanted to play something with Thor on his mindset, but that time was he eventually know it that it's really like wrong already, because they are already inside in the boxing ring. It's time to focus. It's time to think about his gloves and only his gloves and Thor. That's only what he had to do supposedly. The next one, guys, why Eddie Hall lost the fight, and this is what he should learn for his next fight in the future. The gas. I mean, every boxing athletes really run out of gas, but this time, this fight was way out of different thing. Eddie Hall did not able to secure his tank throughout the fight. He ran out of ideas also or whatsoever on that. By that second round, we did not see him the fight. We did not see in the fight what he is claiming about. Yeah, what he's claiming about that he have something hidden or he have some surprises for Thor in the boxing ring. So we didn't see that. He gas out after 2 rounds. He swings a lot and misses a lot with that one-time Kamihami wave. He got that one-time Kamihami wave that Eddie Hall is waiting to unload that one time Kamihami wave, and it tears him down to pieces. It was working in the first two rounds, but eventually Thor have changed his game plan that didn't work out from that first two rounds, as he uses the ring, circling Eddie and working behind his jab. It was not so powerful jab, guys, but it was so effective that Eddie was constantly absorbing those blows that made him tear and loses his gas, really. So that's the second point, guys, that Eddie should have to how to say, to get more better in it, to expand about it. Gordon Way, ay, Seville, make a love shout out, greetings before from Bedford, England. Welcome, Gordon W. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much for dropping by to our live streaming. Yeah, he swings a lot, and it was not so good at that point that Eddie could not able to adjust, and he was really gassed out from after that two rounds, after that second round. So the third thing, guys, that Eddie has to learn from that fight was that Eddie had no skill. He was relying too much on the big right hand. Yeah, he was relying on that one-time Kamihami wave, Gordon, to unload the Thor. So that was so terrible. That was so so basic. He could not get into Thor's head. He could not get into Thor's chin. But I'm going over to that because something like if it didn't work already from that last second round, his one-time Kamihami wave, he could have been go to the body of Thor or something. He should have cut that distance, keeping away. Getting into Thor or something. Obviously, wanted to end. Obviously, I wanted Eddie to win, but I expected a bit more from him. Yeah, me as well, Gordon. I was so loving Eddie when I was. But before the first interview, I was so loving Thor. Thor was on my list that he's winning the fight. But when that interview came up, I changed my perspective to Eddie because Eddie is more honest. As what I have seen from that interview, I felt like Eddie is more honest on throwing those lines and throwing those words or something to Thor or something. He's more kind of like that. But eventually, if that second round worked out for Eddie, if he was able to change something, when something that it didn't work out already, it could have been trouble for Thor. But unfortunately, we don't see it. We don't saw nothing about it. What he was claiming from that first, what he was claiming from that training, that he has some surprises for Thor. He had worked his asses so hard to make he won the fight, something like that. We did not see it after the second round. He's just going to be. He was just an easy target for Thor on that superiority jab and reach advantage of Thor. So I think that was a good. I think that was a huge mistake for Eddie that he has to learn for his next bout if he had in the future, if he would like to continue his boxing match in the near future. Yeah, agreed. Abuse the body and head from last two rounds. Yeah, absolutely, definitely, Gordon. That should have worked somewhat. If that one time Kamihami wave didn't work out on Thor's head or Thor's chin, maybe it might have worked onto Thor's body or something. That leaning on kind of throwing those throwing those punches, he leans a little bit, and then he could have divert that one time Kamihami wave to Thor's liver point or something, that could have hurt Thor or something. He could have hit Thor with that body shots or something. But he was just basically lying. I mean, relying on the one-time Kamehameha wave to knock Thor out from that point of view or something. We were just I don't follow WSM. What's that, Gordon? I don't understand. Thumbs up, Kukiana 8. Big love, shout out to you. You're right. He should have changed something instead of doing same. Yes, that should have supposedly the game plan. If I don't think so. I don't think so. He has the game plan. I'm gonna go over to it. We still have. I'm still on the topic number 2 for tonight, which is gas. He was running out of gas from that last 2 rounds, and then we are going over to everything that we have saw. What is Eddie's mistake and what he should have learned from that fight. The valiant Vanilla Tech, make a love shout out. Bryce robbed Thor of his 2017 title and handed it to his business partner and friend Eddie Small. Eddie Small. The Vanilla Tech, make a love shout out to you, man. Vanilla Tech, okay, I never heard of Bryce from Gordon. It was an answer from Bryce. Why would there be an event change on the final? Why would there be an event change on the final? That never happens unless mechanical failure or weather, or your best mate and business partner is also an event organizer. I have to do further research for that. The Vanilla Tech, I don't have any inputs or insights with that thing, so I have to study more about it. Vanilla Tech, even so, mate, you have to respect both men. They train hard and both got the ring. Yeah, kudos of both of the guys. They have the balls to step into the ring, and really have really have the courage. They are so heavy, the heaviest boxing match in the history, and one jab can change everything, or one punch can change everything, can change even their lives or something. So we are really grateful. Kudos to them. Great credits to those two big guys, and that putting up their asses and having an entertainment for us. That was so tremendous. We are such loving it, but it's just so good to see after the fight that they both embrace each other, the sportsmanship, and we are just happy to see that. And also something like nothing really bad that happened to each one of them. That is supposedly the essence of the fight or something. Colin Bryce, WSM organizer, was for decades. Has the most power in the entire sports scene. Has financial interest with a contender. Is best friends with a contender, and now he has resigned. You sound very sore about it, mate. Too right, mate. Thor got robbed. XD. All right. We have to. I have to do further research with these things. All right. We are going to mistake number 3, or the number 3 thing that Eddie should have learned from that fight. The jabs. That was the number 3. The jabs. Eddie did not able to execute his magnificent jab that he showed from his training videos. We saw a lot of him. We saw a lot of that from his training videos. That was so intense. That was so sharp. He got that jab really sharp, but we did not able to see it from in the fight itself. We are not able to see it. Where was that all the jobs that he's been showing from his training, that very stiff and very very sharp job that he's shown to the on the training session or in the sparring session or something. Where was all of that been? Where was all of that? He did not execute his magnificent job, and also Eddie was definitely making a big mistake. Really, he's really making a big mistake by staying in the pocket where he was on Thor's range. After that second round, throughout the fight, he was already afraid maybe of cutting off that distance because he already felt Thor's power from that knockdown. I mean, it's good to see him inside in the pocket, but not supposedly Thor's pocket, but not supposedly Thor's range. He is on Thor's range already. He is an easy target for that magnificent and superiority of jab from Thor. He was so unable to correct it, to able to change it. He's still on. He's still circling. He keeps on. He keeps on following, or he keeps on. We saw such time that AD would like to go in, cutting the distance to Thor, but he's still on the Thor's distance. While Thor, when he throws that jab, that made him really an easy target. He is staying on Thor's pocket. He was really, really staying on Thor's pocket, and that was really a big mistake. Or there was even not so. I mean, if his corner saw that, really, they could have advised Eddie. They could have said to Eddie that, hey, you are on Thor's distance. You should have to change that a little bit. But after that second round, that still happens throughout the fight. So that was a huge mistake for Eddie. Also, that he should have learned from Thor's fight. I think Eddie didn't get the proper boxing training or something, or sparring or something. He haven't showed anything like that compared to Thor. But I think if there is, then he just threw everything out in the window. To right, mate. Rob. Okay, the Vanilla Tech. Did you watch the Catterall vs. Taylor fight? That was daylight robbery. The judge should have worn balaclava. Definitely, Gordon. Definitely, Gordon. I've watched that fight. I was so tremendously shocked when they announced the fight. Josh Taylor was so hardly. He was so hardly. He was. How to say it? Most of the time, Catterall was in control of that fight, and then came up to such time that he won the fight. That was so tremendously amazing. It's a daylight, as you have said, daylight something, and yeah, the judges was worn balaclava. Oh my goodness. Sometimes all discipline and training goes out to the window under pressure. Yes, definitely, Gordon. It was you're absolutely right. In the thumbnail, Eddie leaning back for a right hook. No, he was showing something that all right, guys. All right, Thor, put my tattoo here. That was it. Yeah. That thumbnail was that was his knockdown. That Thor hit him really hard with that right hook. All right, number 4 mistake of Eddie that he should have learned from that fight was handling the knockdown. most people, most boxers that we have seen, we have seen so much fight, especially the heaviest box, especially in the heavyweight division. I mean, we saw Tyson Fury, how he handles the knockdown. But what we have seen, on Eddie, I mean, first when we, for example, Tyson Fury, he got knocked down from that Wilder fight. What did he do to handle it, to overcome it? He did not. He did not stand up right away, beating that count. He is waiting, and then he used the ref counts to put himself a little bit composure, and to put him back to composure before he gets stand up, before and then beating that count or something. What we have seen on Eddie's knockdown was he did not give time for himself to use that referee counts by staying down. That should have give him a little bit of composure, rather than getting right away as if he beats the count and showing everyone that he was not so seriously hurt, and he just can handle it, and he is just fine, and he just can handle it. So that was supposedly what he does during that knockdown. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Both of them got knocked down, but the way how they handled the knockdown is that Eddie got a little bit of mistake with that. Number 5. Is it number 5 already? I'm lost. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, number 5. The defense. Yes, the defense, guys. This should have. This should be highlighted. This should be. Eddie should have learned these things in the future, because Eddie Hall was not somewhat no defense at all, or whatsoever. He was just rely on his flexibility, as if he's like Mayweather doing his magnificent defense, which was a very wrong move when you are a shorter guy or a shorter fighter, like Eddie. As a result, he was outboxed with that superiority of Thor's jab and reach advantage from Thor, which clearly we have seen that Thor went for a proper training or boxing. So yeah, with that point of view, guys, with that defense, Eddie Hall don't have that. I mean, if you are fighting a taller guy, when you are going to go to his range or something, you should have defense. But what we have seen with Eddie is that he never have one. He did not do something. He's just a little bit dancing, using his flexibility, just like Mayweather or Hazim or something like that. But if we compare them or something to Eddie, is something like they were doing that for really such a long time. But when it comes to Eddie, when he would like to go and cut off the distance to Thor, he is coming in without a defense, without nothing. That made him an easy target for Thor's counterpunch. That magnificent 1-2 combination that always caught him up, that even cut his eyes up. That was really a huge mistake for Eddie. So that was not so really a good game plan, if there was a game plan or whatsoever from Eddie or from his team or something. So number 6, game plan. Yeah, speaking of game plan, we are already here. Game plan. Eddie Hall did not have a game plan. As what I have seen from their fight, they don't have a game plan or whatsoever or if there was, he already thrown it out in the window, because he was confused, guys, on that stance, switching that stance, which he always switch whatever that will work for him. And as what I have saw, Eddie Hall was the one who is in control of his coach, of his team, unlike Thor, that Thor really has to submit his coach of what they have said to Thor or something, uh, advices or something. Thor has, the coach of Thor has in control of Thor. But while Eddie, as what we have seen from that fight, was that Eddie Hall was the one who is in control of his coach or something. So if there was a game plan, it was been thrown out on the window, because we could not see any game plan. Or after that second round, he could have changed his magnificent game plan if he has one. But as what we have saw is thus, it was just nothing. He was just relying with that one time Kamihami wave from the beginning of the fight until the end of the fight, which was not really working after the second round. That was supposedly what he does. Change his game plan, whatever that won't work from that last second round. He should have changed it and make another thing that will confuse Thor. But the other way around, he was the one confused himself, changing those stances from orthodox to southpaw, which was his confused, which will work better or something, because he was just headhunting to Thor. That headhunting really not working after that second round. He should have go to the body or something, because the way he was throwing punches from the last after that third round or something. He was just leaning on throwing those left jab, throwing those left, or raising that arm or something to Thor, while the other way around, while his right hand was just an sleeping bomb to target Thor's head. But you know what? That was already been read by Thor. Thor already knew about it from all the way down after that second round, so it was not really working. So he should have tricked Thor with that sleeping right hand, waiting for that one-time Kamihame wave. He should have tricked Thor. Instead of throwing that to his head, he should have thrown it to Thor's body. That was supposedly what he did. That was supposedly what he did after that second round, because that was not really working from that round. Lastly, guys, a key points from that fight that we've saw that supposedly Eddie should have learned about it. The training. Yeah, the training. We are not so sure, guys, of what Eddie Hall was been doing behind those training, but it was clearly that Eddie did not get that proper training that mimic Thor's size and reach advantage on how he solved it on the real fight. We have just been seeing him doing his training with that smaller guy, with his coach, which is so much smaller than him, throwing those jabs on the mid pads, something like that. He trains with him. That didn't really work out when the time comes. And for that 5-foot guy, which is clearly not a good idea if you are fighting the guy like Thor, which is way more taller than Eddie, and even way more taller than his trainer. But overall, guys, that was a good fight. Credits to Thor and Eddie, who really got the balls of boxing as the heaviest boxing match in the history of boxing, in the history of human history of boxing, putting their lives for our entertainment. And we just thankful that no one got badly hurt. So what was the cost of this fight? What I mean for the fighter, guys. So first of all, Eddie agreed with that deal to Thor that whoever lost to this fight, they should have get the tattoo on the opponent's fight on the opponent's name. So Eddie Hall clearly will have to get the that precious tattoo, whatever he would like to be, uh, in the chest or maybe on his on Eddie in Eddie's butt or something, as what we have seen, as what you have seen on our thumbnails or something. So yeah, the first one, guys, was that precious tattoo on the strongest man in the world, Hector Bjornsson, on Eddie's butt or on Eddie's chest or whatsoever or wherever he would like to. But guys, that was first. The second one was the wager of each other. Both of these guys really, we are really we are really proud of these guys, really putting up their boxing skills. Putting up their lives, and also they are helping the charities, guys, because the money that they earn from this fight, they got they have, win or lose, both of these guys, they will donate to the winner's choice of charity for about $200,000 each. So they have to donate it. Really, guys, they are really, really, really good person when it comes to helping people. They do it for charity. They gave uh, their purses prize to the charity, guys. And lastly, Eddie Hall also owe $10,000 for Larry Wheels, which was previously bet, which was they previously bet with Eddie with Larry Wheels. So he owed $10,000 for Larry Wheels. He mentioned it to Larry Wheels video. To when he spoke each other with on Larry Wheels on his one of his YouTube videos, and also he keeps on reminding us. He keeps on telling people on his YouTube videos that he owes something. He bet $10,000 to Larry Wheels. So that was so absolutely good, guys. But we are going to speak about a rematch. Yeah, a rematch, guys. So after the fight, Eddie Hall said that he would love to have a rematch. He would love to do this again. He would love to fight Thor again on a rematch. But Thor replied that he is 100% into that. But Thor made a claim and made a huge deal to Eddie. If he really wanted to do the rematch with Thor, he should have first get that tattoo done, and that bet to Larry Wheels, and also the wager, the $200,000 wager goes to the charity. They have a word for that, so we don't doubt it. But what we are so doubtful, and also Thor's doubt, and also Thor, he was doubting that Eddie will get that tattoo. Yeah. But yeah, that was one condition, and one really hectic condition to Eddie. If he would like really a rematch to Thor, he would have get first that tattoo to that tattoo on Eddie's butt, or on Eddie's chest, or whatsoever or something. He was being Gordon W. He was being Neo in the Matrix. Yeah, I should have put some flying bullets on this, so it looks more like on the Matrix. Now, yeah, respect. that, I mean, for me, I have a very huge respect for both of these guys, really so far. And but as safety as concerned, they are both safe, and yeah, they are really, I don't know both of these guys personally, but what I've seen, and I would like to really meet Thor in person. I am here in Iceland. If this message this message will be somewhat like go up to him, Thor. Uh, I would like to see in person. It's my wish. So it's my wish. So guys, I think we have tackled most of our topics for tonight. This is a semi podcast live streaming. Thank you so much, Gordon W, and also the Vanilla Tech. Make a love shout out. Thank you so much for dropping in. But yeah, and anyway, to wrap up, guys. Yeah, Eddie Hall should have, I think, seriously went to a proper training, and then yeah, we understand that he would like to get into Thor's mind, but that's way that's way out in the line also, especially those spitting things or something. That's, I mean, that's the only thing that made him out of the line. So yeah, I think we have tackled most everything of our topics tonight. The aftermath of Thor and Eddie. So the aftermath was that Eddie should have got the tattoo. Both of them are really. Both of them would like a rematch, but Thor's how to say it. Thor. Thor's condition is that he should have get that tattoo first, and then they will get a rematch. Oh, by the way, guys, Martin Ford versus the Iranian Hook coming up next month, April 30. The Iranian Hook versus the scariest man in the world. We would love also to see that in the boxing ring, but I don't know. I don't know what will be going or something. We don't know yet how it's going to be done or something. But anyhow, we are going to wait for that. We are also doing a live streaming, live commentary for that fight, and yeah, probably, yeah. I think we are not going to show some videos because yeah, we already have one copyright strike, and we will get two, and that's gonna be that's gonna be a problem. So all right, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by Wiki TV. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully to see you again on our next video, on our next live streaming. Thank you so much, guys, and see you on the next one. This is Wiki saying something like, take care, be good. I mean, take care, especially our health. Thank you so much. Please take care, and we'll see you again on our next live streaming, and we'll see you soon. Gordon W, thank you so much, and also the Vanilla Tech, thank you so much. Coquinia 8, Miguel shout out, thank you so much, and Zen, thank you so much. So guys, that's it for me for tonight. Eddie Hall versus Haftor Bjornsson, the aftermath of the Eddie Hall and Thor saga. Alright guys, Wilkie TV signing off. Thank you so much.